Segovia is most well known for this Roman aqueduct. Welcome to Segovia, Spain. When visiting Segovia, I recommend you book a tour. You can book it out of many of the major plazas from Madrid. Find some of those people wearing the orange t-shirts, and you can book it right then and there. The tour we took only leaves on Thursdays and Saturdays, so make sure to plan accordingly. Segovia has a population of only 52,000 people. Segovia is located about an hour and a half northwest of Madrid. This is Casa Alcázar, and does it look familiar? It should, because Walt Disney based his famous Disney castle off of this one.
So Segovia dates back to even before the Romans. So this castle behind us was initially part of the Celts and then passed on to the Romans and then the Arabs and then finally the Christians. So after the reconquest of the Christians, 22 kings lived here from the 13th century to the 16th century. And the last king to live here was Philip II before he moved the capital to Madrid. King Philip II did a lot of work in the castle. Part of that was that bridge that you see there. Before, it was a suspending bridge, kind of like the typical medieval castles, but he decided to build that bridge for easier access to the castle.
So the aqueduct travels all the way from the other part of the city and ends here at this castle. Right now we're climbing up the tower, 152 steps up. I hope y'all like that drone footage. I took a little nip while trying to land it. Didn't realize that if it's in return to home mode and you grab it out of the air and flip it, it won't shut off. So I had to do that with one hand and turn off the battery. Got a little wound, but it was definitely worth the shot. No Christian influenced city is complete without a cathedral.
Behind me is one of the many churches in Segovia. This church is in the Romanesque style, and behind it they have found Roman baths. So this dates back to 2,000 years ago.
So this is the Great Aqueduct of Segovia. It was built around 100 AD by the Roman Empire. Yes, the Romans did expand all the way out to Spain. See, I told you. The aqueduct runs the entire length of the city. Now, Segovia has two main rivers, but the Romans didn't want to get water from those rivers because they considered it dirty. So instead, they built this aqueduct to pull water from the mountains to feed into the city.
These arches were built by the Romans, stone by stone. No cement was used at all, so it was engineered perfectly. 2,000 years later, they're still here. walking the streets of Segovia, I can say I fell in love with the city. It's so beautiful. The streets are small and cozy and full of life. The history is just phenomenal. It's incredible. It dates even back before the Romans when the Celtiberians were here. So it's a beautiful city to check out. Don't miss it. Segovia, you will fall in love with it. I'm definitely leaving a piece of my heart between these arches that date back 2,000 years ago.